Greetings, royal queens and kings. Thank you all so much for returning back to the Primetime Mixer. Today is January, Monday, the 13th. The current time is 7:03 p.m. And listen here, we are here as a Primetime Mixer affiliates will join me here in a bit. Inside the drama with Fat Joe, Gizelle, and Robyn versus Karen Huger. They are sounding off about her DUI, and they had a lot to say about it on her podcast. Now, speaking of the law, Megan versus Tory Lanez. She's been granted, she's got to win. We'll talk about it more in the live. Gizelle, Bryant, and Robyn Dixon have always been two peas in a pod during their time together on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Fans watched them stir up the drama like it was their job. They didn't discriminate when it came to who they picked on, including the Grand Dame herself, Karen Huger. Now, after Karen was found guilty of her DUI, the two are throwing shade, making sure to let everyone know they are not supporting Karen during her legal battle. During their time together on the Real Housewives of Potomac, fans watched them. Oh, I do apologize about that. Now, listen here. Let's get into a Los Angeles Superior Court. Richard Bloom on Thursday granted Megan's request for protective order after the hip hop star alleged that Lanez is harassing her from prison through surrogates as he serves a 10-year sentence for powing her in the feet. The order was granted after a hearing. Michael Hayden, Lanez's attorney, wrote in an objection to the restraining order request that his client's incarceration means there is no longer any form of contact, no current or future threat to Megan, and he has and there has been no direct contact between the two recently. Well, of course, he's locked up. Okay. Now we got Fat Joe. He is in the news as well because of some of his outrageous antics. Well, listen here. Our first um primetime mixer affiliate is VS Icon. VS Icon, how are you?
I'm fine. How
Uh-oh.
are you doing, Queen Tulsa? You looking beautiful.
I am well. Thank you. You as well. Look, we chose the same color lip tonight.
Thank you.
I'm loving it.
You can never go wrong with a
I'm loving
red lip.
And that is true. So listen here. First and foremost, I want to give you the opportunity to share who you are and what your space is or what spaces you visited and what spaces you dominate. Because listen here, ladies and gentlemen, this lady has been around. She's been very viral, but it's not my story to share. Introducing the one, the only VS Icon.
Oh, that's so kind of you to give me that great welcome. I am the VS Icon. Um, I'm in a lot of spaces. I've been in the beef sector, the tea sector, the Latrice Allen sector, the Jaguar Wright sector. I'm in a boxing sector right now, the Mo3 sector. So I'm just all over the place. I'm trying to get in wherever I fit in. I'm just a squirrel trying to get in that. That's it. And the only thing that I'm dominating is myself because I'm trying to be a better me. So, there's no competition. I'm just trying to compete with myself.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you spoke on that because we are here and we embrace women empowerment. We encourage everybody to sound off to any of these topics. I feel like there's not really many spaces where the subscribers or the supporters or however you want to identify yourself, some of them feel like they don't have a safe place to go and just really sound off, whether if it's opinion that differs from the content creators. So thank you so much for partnering up with me and doing this. So our first topic is going to be Fat Joe. Now, what do you know about the topic? I know that this was a topic that you were interested in sharing. So give us a little summary, and I'm going to go ahead and bring the article up.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go off the top of my dome because I've been keeping up with the story with Fat Joe. If you guys know who Fat Joe is, he is a rapper from out of New York. He was he has his own podcast now. He's a big deal. Fat Joe is Puerto Rican. However, he has ties to a lot of Black people, African American hip hop, So it has become like an issue now that Fat Joe is using the N word. And he said he does like he don't see anything wrong with using the N word. Some people are now giving him a lot of backlash about using the N word. Another thing is, he was a part of the terror squad. It was him, Remy Ma, a couple other people that we may not know, just seeing them right off. But the terror squad was about 5 or 6 people. Remy Ma was the queen of the terror squad. Him and her are still close, but he fell out with all the other guys. And they are now giving out his deep, darkest secrets. One of his very close friends, now I'm going to get to the part where, this article, but one of his very close friends has now reported that he allegedly raped someone while he was in the room. He said that a homegirl came over, they was hanging out. She was wearing some clothes that were pretty revealing, and said that he took his hands and kind of rammed them, in places that he shouldn't be touching. The lady went into the bathroom. They said they hear police sirens. Come to find out, the woman has jumped out the window because she's scared to death, thinking everybody is gonna do something to her. And the police came and they questioned Fat Joe about this. So you can look this up. A few years ago, he was questioned, but they cleared him. However, the people who was in the room have come out and said that Fat Joe is not the person who you think he is. They brought up him using the N word. He's really close to a lot of people, Jewish people. And, they say that Jewish people does not like Black people, allegedly, and said that he sit around them and have conversations about Black people in a negative way all the time, which leads up to this particular article that you have on your screen. Is basically Fat Joe was going to host the BET Awards. He, they was going to have him front and center. And, it's an honor to host the BET Awards. But it has been founded that he said this particular foundation that's called FBA, Foundation Black Americans, he said they just a bunch of broke Black ninjas. And he ain't worried about them. Tariq Nasheed is affiliated with this association. And so, everyone should know Tariq Nasheed. He's kind of out there, with a lot of stuff. So that's kind of why he is no longer. He said he's stepping down, but he had no choice to step down because he has a lot of backlash right now. They're bringing up the old great allegations. Now he doubled down on the N word, and a lot of people are supporting him, saying he's Puerto Rican, he can use the N word.
So, VS, let me ask you this. So, do you feel that Black people can be racist?
Do I feel like Black people can be racist? Is that the question?
Yeah, because you said that the FBA is for fundamental Black Americans, right? And
Yes.
he said they're broke racist.
No, he said ninjas. He said they're a bunch of broke ninjas. NIGG.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, I do want to answer your question, though.
Okay, go ahead.
I do think that Black people can have very strong opinions and they can say hurtful things. Let's use white people, for example, towards white people. However, there is no power. Black people, in my opinion, does not have the power, does not have enough power or authority or community to discriminate. For an example, a group of Black people could sit up there all day long and say, we hate this white guy who's over the medication or the health department or the school or whatever. I'm just trying to name some things. There is not enough power in the Black community, and there's not enough community to come together to do something about it. I can name many times. There are times where Black people come together and it fucks up every time. Let's talk about the riots. You can name any riot. Black people come together. You think you finna have a kumbaya? They get to breaking into the Louis Vuitton store, stealing purses and food and tearing up the Walmarts and shit. You know? So you have to have a group of people who has a power dynamic that can cause some type of strife. I can talk noise all day long, but baby, let a white woman come up here and start crying. I'm out. A white woman tears can't be beat. And that's my opinion.
That's deep on so many levels. I think that we really need to open up the doors to that conversation. Maybe you could host that on the next broadcast, and I'd be more than happy to join in on that conversation. But definitely opening up the door to that. In
Can I
this
make an announcement,
article,
Tesla? Please. I have
yeah, go ahead.
70 people on the VS Icon Live. I have this live running because I'm trying to get you guys to come over to Queen Tusla's channel. If I have a moderator and you could drop the link or go on my community wall, guys, I have it posted. Please come over to Queen Tusla and sit with me over here if you want to support this live. Being over here is just me trying to get people to come over here. So please do that, okay? And we have a phone line open. Queen Tusla is allowing people to come up, give their opinions. She's very controversial. Like, come on over here, okay? If you guys want to support me, please come over here to Queen Tusla. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up the live because I don't think y'all will come over unless I hang up. But I was doing is try to get you guys to come over. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang up, okay? I would really love to have this conversation with you guys. All right, sorry about that disturbance, but I'm just trying to motivate people to come on over.
I appreciate you for that. And you all make sure you go in the description of this video and definitely give VS Icon a follow, give her some support. Let me brag in both. I don't want to brag on you, but I want to lift you. And these are her accomplishments. She sells items on Facebook. She has like different groups. She's very educated. So that would be a person if you want to learn something from. You're on a budget. She's got items that may fit your wallet. Okay.
Very thrifty. Very thrifty. Don't be acting demure. Go ahead, because you know you be reading down. Don't hold back now. You got your
Very
blonde wig
thrifty.
on like a white woman now.
Listen here. Very thrifty, very demure, very mindful. And listen here, we've got to do a thrifting challenge soon because I love the thrift as well. So I'm gonna have to catch you up on that. So
Yes.
in this article, it says Fat Joe sparks backlash after calling foundational Black Americans broke racist, and as VS said, "Iggas."
Mm-hmm.
Fat Joe has sparked intense online controversy after appearing on Math Hofa's My Expert Opinion podcast. During the discussion, he addressed the origins of hip hop and criticized the foundational Black Americans FBA, descendants of Black slaves who can trace their bloodline lineage back to system of slavery in the U.S. Joe referred to FBAs as a baroque Black racist in response to their claims that Latinos played no significant role in the early development of hip hop. This remark drew widespread criticism and backlash on social media, but many fans defended the rapper's comments. These rumors were made by radical Black racists, Joe said on the podcast released Saturday, December the 21st. They criticize anyone who ain't Black American and use social media to attack others, Joe said, before labeling the group as a broke Black racist. As Soap Opera Central reports, Fat Joe's comments ignited a heated debate online where Pepperson said the rapper has been hanging around Remy Ma's long. What are your thoughts and opinions? Because this is my thing. We don't. I'm gonna just open up the door. My husband is white, and we not saying he ain't saying the N word. It's just not going down over here. It's just not going down over here.
It's
Um,
about respect. It's about
yeah,
respect. And another thing, I don't know if you caught, what you was reading. Basically, Fat Joe is saying that hip hop didn't even derive from black people. It started with
no,
Latino,
Tino.
and then it became a hip hop black thing. And people are defending him and everything. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Even if he feels like he has the right to say the N word because he lived in a community that was 99.999 black. If you know that is disturbing the souls of certain people and other people, you would think that he would say, you know what? Okay, because it's hurting some of the people who I respect and I love black people, I'm going to stop saying it because I love you.
Yes, absolutely. I just kind of feel like when we think of culture vultures, it's like everybody wants to be the N word
Mm-hmm.
until the shit really hits the fan. Let's just say it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where's your blackness and where's the hood? I mean, y'all got all the lyrics to the songs and y'all got the dress code, and now we got TikTok where y'all can really mimic step by
Mm-hmm.
step, but y'all not out there on the front lines because when it's time for BLM and all that, where are y'all at? Why aren't y'all on the front line? It'd be a few of y'all, but I need to see y'all out there dancing and doing those dances that you didn't learn right on
Yes.
out there in those marches.
Yes.
We don't care about, oh, you listen to this person and oh, we got that in common. No, I want to have something else in common.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fight for my black ass rights.
And you know something else that I realized about Fat
Oh, go ahead.
Joe. Something else I realized about Fat Joe too is these culture vultures, like you mentioned, they don't marry outside their race. He's still with his Latino woman. DJ Khaled, we the best. Go look at his wife. He is very traditional. Look at some of these producers and the CEOs of these companies. They not checking for black people until it's time for the music to get a check. But when it comes to the family and keeping the money within their business, within their bloodline, they gonna keep it within their bloodline. And I know you're probably gonna talk about the Twitch thing. I saw you speak on it on another live, but that is a prime example. I don't feel sorry for this Twitch situation because if he was here, he would be fighting for his white woman. He's not worried about his parents.
And speak about this. I don't know if you knew, but since we're going to go to Twitch, did you know that his mother has signed an NDA before?
No, I just thought the first time was she had to sign to view the body. So you saying this is not her first time
No,
signing a NDA?
this is not her first time signing no NDA.
So why are they upset now then if this is something he did when he was alive?
Well, see, that's the thing. I feel like people, you know how like, somebody leave and, everybody is every man that can tell their story, right? But when I saw the best friend come out, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought that it was Twitch's lover because dude was
Mm,
so upset and he was crying more than the wife.
mm.
Have you seen any videos of the wife crying or that pissed
Baby,
off?
I saw the daughter who wouldn't even call him dad, father, or papa. She called him by his first name and did not show any emotion. And she said that she stand with her mother 100% and would never not stand with her mother. And her mother said she had to do it all over again. She'll make people sign the NDA 1,000 times, over and over and over again. I feel no love from those people for that black man, but don't come crying on my black shoulder because he put all his time and energy into raising that white family. And guess what? Now he dead and gone. Mama done remarried, a white man now, I believe. And she going on with her life,
Mhm.
finna make money off the book. Talking about she found some DRUGS up in the closet. And they
Oh,
pulled up the autopsy report. They say he ain't got nothing. But even if he
oh,
was on anything, why even try to put that out there? It could have been so many things salacious she could have brought up to make that book sell. But to
yeah.
insinuate that she found something that just shocked her in the closet.
Yeah.
But still, I'm still holding on to my
You know
shoulder.
what?
Don't cry on that
But
shoulder. I'm
going
not
right
going to help
there,
you.
but even right there, I would have taken a cheating scandal. You could have given me a cheating scandal, and made it
Yes.
salacious.
Yes.
If that's what you wanted to
Yes.
do. But when you, like you said, it goes back to the fact of you sat up here and you had this NDA. So really, VS, let's dive a little deeper in that. That NDA, I don't think it's really worth nothing. Because what was in it? How much time did they have to sign it? Were they under duress when they signed it? Because I would be using all that to my advantage. I mean, really, you're really under duress. You're burying a
Mother was
family of.
under duress. Mother wanted to see her son's body, and she would not be able to see her child's body unless she signed it. That mama would have chopped off one of her bosoms to see her child, body.
I agree. But when we talk about cultural differences and culture vultures, you get the culture, but do you know the lifestyle? Do you know the dysfunction and how it works for some of us? See, because what may look dysfunctional to somebody else may be this is what works for us. Yeah, we might have a little tussle, but then we come back, we make up and then we move forward. But some people that are not of our culture, they don't get it. You get what I'm saying?
Man, I believe the wife is trying to secure that bag. Everything is going to her kids. If she got access to make the mom sign an NDA, best believe the mama ain't getting a penny, a dime, no nothing from this situation. Not getting in. No different from Kobe Bryant's family. I think Kobe Bryant's mother and father are both now dead at this point, dead and gone, to my understanding. His wife
one
is
second.
now.
I'm sorry. We got another live correspondent affiliate. Ms. Lisa Real Spiel has definitely
Hi.
entered into the building. We got some audio feed in the back. Do you have another window?
Okay, wait a minute. Does that sound better?
Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, that's way better.
Okay. How y'all doing?
Hi. How are you?
All right, and
Let's bring
yourself?
it all up on the screen. Uh-oh. So it's myself, is VS, and it's Miss Lisa. Miss Lisa, let the people know who you are.
I'm Lisa's Roseville. On YouTube. I do my thing on YouTube.
Okay.
All right.
And
That's that.
Yeah, and Miss Lisa, she'll be joining us. She's another correspondent. So we're about to go ahead and dive into. I think you have some feedback, Miss Lisa. We'll put you on mute. Okay, so we'll bring this article up. This was on X, right? VS.
So that's him actually explaining.
But do we really need to hear it, or what you think?
No, I don't think so. Guys, if you would like to hear the full interview or a clip, you can go to Math Hoffa. He's a NYC, New York podcaster, very popular. And he's defending Fat Joe. So y'all go check it out. It's one of his most recent videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't need to give him any clout. What he said was disgusting. We just dropped the link in the chat. So you all can click on that to get to that particular article. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And guys, please share out Queen Tussler's video. Share it out. I wish I could have knew the time earlier so I could promote it more. So this is just just giving you guys a taste of Queen Tussler's and her panel of celebrity news and things that's going on. So make sure y'all share this video out to get more people over here.
Oh, thank you so much, VS. I appreciate you. Now, listen here. Speaking of, sometimes we can get a little shady. Well, the ladies
Mm-hmm.
are getting shady on Real Housewives of Potomac.
Ooh,
Here's
talk about
everything Gizelle, Bryant, and Robyn Dixon said about Karen Huger on their podcast.
it. Mm.
Okay. So Giselle Bryant and Robyn have always been two peas in a pod during their time together on Real Housewives of Potomac. Fans watched them stir up the drama, as I stated earlier. Now, back in March, Karen was charged with DUI and DWI after negligently driving a vehicle in a careless and imprudent manner, endangering property, life, and person, as well as recklessly driving a vehicle in wanton and willful disregard for safety of persons. During a 2-day trial, the Dame was found guilty of all charges except reckless driving. Karen has been proclaiming her innocence throughout the newest season of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is a lot for me. This is a lot for me. She has mostly
I love
stayed,
Karen.
I do too. She has mostly stayed mum about the ordeal, often telling her co-stars they can read about her case online. Now that the verdict is in, Giselle and Robyn are throwing some massive shade at their frenemy during the newest episode of their podcast. Now, I'm not going to read all that, but I will say this. She says, we would be remiss if we did not discuss what the whole world has seen. Speaking about Karen's body cam footage, she noted it was a short movie. It was pretty much in black and white, the whole thing. And the movie went from a crash site to a police car to a police station. I'm going to leave it there with the commentary or this article because I find it distasteful that you would take this opportunity instead of educating this woman, instead of um providing resources for this woman, because y'all have charity events, y'all want people to have sympathy for y'all have hard times and things that you have to get over. Karen was going through a lot. Her husband, her marriage, the finances, you name it. So just imagine having the world on your shoulder, and for what we can see, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. VS, what are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I have a lot of thought on this. First off, I do like Karen, but we got to make Karen take accountability. She was absolutely drunk out of her mind, and she got caught. You know, and I would have rather for this situation to happen than her not be here on this earth or her harm somebody else, because she could have been in prison or something, because she, was a bad situation. The problem I have with Robyn and Gizelle is they are her friends. I could see other bloggers and stuff talking about it. The friends are supposed to come around you and protect you. Instead, they pushing her on out to the wolves. Like when Robyn was going through her situation with the friend stealing money from them. That's the reason why they were broke and not living in Potomac. And then the man committed suicide, so they never got the money back. To her husband cheating on her, and the receipts was out there. They were trying to protect her. Now that Karen is in a light, they're not protecting her. That's my only issue. And Gizelle, it's been so many rumors about her. I think Gizelle is really miserable. I think she's lonely. Things are not going right for her. She does have a new beautiful home, but there are issues going on with her daughters, having boys climbing through the window. See, she don't want to talk about those things. When Mia brought that up at the dinner table, she got so upset. She's not going to talk to her anymore. But you can sit here and make a big deal out of what Karen got going on. So what if Karen get on a podcast? A lot of people love to interview Karen. What if she started talking about what she know about them boys sneaking through the window?
Listen here, you make some very valuable points, VS. And when you talk about the Grand Dame, I mean, Gizelle was just running up and trying to be her pet this season. If you really understand, like when it first come on, she was all nice, and then it's starting to get a little nasty. But Gizelle, she does have to fight a little bit harder because let's call it for what it is. The newbies are coming in. I love Jazzy. How do you feel about Jazzy, the newbie on
Now is Jazzy the one with the football player boyfriend?
Darius, her fiance?
Her fiance. Okay. She's okay, but I think she's a little you know, putting too much trust in the man. Her stories don't always add up. She said she was with her man for 2 years, but he has a 2-year-old by another woman, and he's saying he's faithful and stuff. I'm like, hold on now, the time is not matching because this man had some extra kids while y'all was together. So that kind of was a little weird for me, especially when she interviewed with Carlos King. But she's cute. She's bringing a little bit. I think I like the storyline with the other lady and her soulmate partner, who they haven't had relations, grown up time. Yeah, I like her a little bit more.
Got it. So, shout out to Jazzy. She's definitely a friend to the Queen Tulsa show. If you are watching, yes. And Miss Lisa, what are your
if you're watching, that don't mean we don't love you. VS is just giving commentary, and it is what it is, but we all done had a little, lapping time. But your man is fine. Okay, yes. So that's it. He is fine.
Yes. Listen here, she knows it's no shade over here because guess what? We are the Royals. Okay, we just having a little fun. It's primetime mixer. You all make sure you get your beverages, whether it's a water, whether if it's tea, whether if it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just kick back and relax. I am drinking out of my mug, which you can find on my store, on my channel. VS, don't you have products on your channel?
No, not right now. No.
Okay. So, Miss Lisa, what are your thoughts on what's going on, what we just discussed?
I know of this, but I'm not into it like that. But I don't really know what the drinking and driving for me is that's a no for me. Yeah. Okay. But what I noticed that some of the celebrities feel like they can do certain things, and I guess some of them act like they'll get a pass, or or escape it. I find that a lot of them do that. Yes, they do stuff and they know they wrong, but they get caught up because a lot of times they don't get the same punishment that we would get. So I don't know a lot about the Potomac. I've heard of them and everything, but I don't know a lot about them. So I'm not going to sit up here in front.
Yeah, but you hit on a good point because the video that came out, Karen was trying to use her power and her celebrity to get out of this situation. To be honest, I just thought it was so cute. I mean, I knew it was wrong, but seeing Karen being that uppity, like, do you know my husband? Do you know who I am? It was just so cute to me. It was. We're holding her accountable for her behavior, but oh my god, it was the cutest thing.
VS, you forgot I'm lit.
yes. Oh my goodness. But guess what? Hold on. Guess what? What Karen did remember? She lawyered up though. She said, "Where's my lawyer?"
Oh, you know what? We got to give Mr. Ray. We got to give him some credit. Mr. Ray was right there when you talk about a husband and you talking about and sickness and health and right or wrong, baby. He was right there, and I don't think that it's right for baby. Don't say too much. And then she was the little how I saw it was they was talking to each other spiritually and mentally.
Yes.
That's how you
Yes.
know that it's real. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even have to say much, but you're gonna pick up where I need you to, right?
He actually saved her because she would have got out of control. He was keeping her cool, calm, and collected as much as possible. He even asked them, can I take her home? I'll get her told. He was like trying to make her. They was like, she going down. Like she gonna have to go. I've never seen a police have to take somebody an hour to a whole nother location. Potomac doesn't have their own police station. That was a long car ride. It was a lot going on. She snotted a little bit. She flirted a little bit with the guy, asked him questions about his wife, and she spoke about her man. It was cute. Like, you saw vulnerable Karen, but then you also saw that she was out of her mind. She really was.
Well, when we think about drinking and it does put you in like a different mind state. So definitely prayers to Miss Karen.
Yes.
Okay, so our last story is going to be, let's see, it's going to be Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, just from what y'all know about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know whoever wants to go first, but just give us a little rundown of what your thoughts and opinions are. Okay, he went through the trial, he's arrested. Now he's being accused of harassment from the jail cell. Well, from the prison cell.
That's some bullshit. Okay. How you got the man in prison? Now you put a restraining order on this man while he in prison. What more do you want? Like Megan, baby, your album dropped and it was nice. You did your big one. I like that song she got, with the little Houston swag. Like, people watched the documentary. We got to see it where you confess that you lied because you and him did have the And how was she granted a restraining order while this man is in prison unless he can crawl through the gates and eat her up? I just don't like this. Some bullshit. Let's just call it what it is. Like this is worse than white tears. Megan is ridiculous at this point. I don't support it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
All right, Miss Lisa, what are your thoughts on Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion?
I kind of feel like VS feel. I feel like she doing too much. And what is the end game of this? Okay, because eventually he's going to get out. Okay, so what is her end game? Is she going to keep, going after him once he come out? Like, I don't understand what the end game is.
We hope
because
he get
she's
out.
still going after, huh?
I said we hope he get out. She may
right.
say that he broke the restraining order from prison.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because it's not making sense to me. The man is doing time, and it's so much about that that's going on. Like, did he do it or he didn't do it? Because I'm not understanding that part either. I still don't understand if he really did it. And I blame him because he never spoke up. If I didn't do something, I'm going to speak up from the beginning.
Yes.
I'm going to say, no, I didn't do that, But he never said that. And I didn't understand that part. I didn't understand him not standing up for himself from the beginning.
Now, did you guys see? Did you guys see where the YouTube content creator, is it Malagra? If I'm saying it right.
Malagra.
They found some receipts showing that they were paying her to do commentary in his favor. But the part that kind of bothered me, child, I was like, you did content for a whole year and the most you got is $3,000? Like, that's cheap, baby. Something ain't right. You getting lowball.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh, wow. Yeah. And she was trying to, I seen one of the videos where she was trying to twist it up or something trying to make it seem like the money was for a dog or something like that.
Yeah.
I said, well, who the hell paying $3,000 for a dog? You know, I didn't understand that. But when she tried
For
to
a
cover it up with
who?
the dog, I said, there's some truth to this. Huh? I said,
You
You
it's
said
said
some
a
truth to
dove?
this.
you said a dog?
Yeah. Yeah. She said
Okay.
she was on I ran across one of her videos and she was on there saying that the money was for a dog she was buying.
Okay. Okay, a
So
dog.
I don't know. Yeah. Well,
Okay, okay.
leave me alone, me.
No, we trying to figure out what you was. I figured you said a dog, but a couple other people might have been a little confused. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, is it a dog or a dove? Oh,
but $3,000 is not a lot of money to be doing a year's worth of content. They low. I mean,
That's
she damn near doing work for free. Like,
okay. Well, was they sleeping together? Because I kind of thought that her and Tory was sleeping together or something. Something more was going on there.
with Megan or
No,
Malagra?
with Milagro.
What? I ain't heard that
It
one.
seemed like I don't know. It
ooh,
seemed like it was something else going on there.
I can
But
see
she was
that
really like
because
defending him and stuff. You know, it was crazy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I remember her when she was hanging out with Wiley, and she didn't have that many people, you know. So when these trials started coming up, and she started going to these trials and stuff, I mean, she hit a good one. She got a lot of numbers, a lot of notoriety. So shout out to her for building her channel, and making herself,
Mhm.
a fixture on YouTube, like being a bigger content creator. So
Right.
I've seen her at the bottom and work her way up.
yeah,
Well, what
the
happened? She
work
used to be on
ethic
that
is
show.
just
What happened with her and what is the girl name? She used to be on that show with that girl. God, I can't think of the name of it. Milagro. She used to be on a
all
show
right.
with
She had a show.
uh no, she was on a show with
She
what is her name? Oh man, I can't think of the name of it. She used to be on a show with it was her and two other girls. It was three of them that was on the show together.
oh,
No,
it's
it
on
was
site.
two girls.
She was over with
Uh,
It's on Site. The ladies
right.
over at
What
It's on
happened to
Site.
that?
Oh wow, okay.
Um, we'll dig into that, but
Oh, okay.
because we only got a short amount of time, let's go ahead and get
Okay.
through this article and give our opinions on this, and then we'll
Okay.
give our closing remarks, and then we'll go through the comments. And the comments that I highlighted them, but we didn't really acknowledge them, so we'll acknowledge the comments, and then we'll bring the show to a close. How's that sound, ladies?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm available for extra 20, 30 minutes if you need that, Coin Tussler. Just let me know.
Okay, good. We'll
Yes.
probably go a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so the article reads Megan the Stallion granted 5-year restraining order against Tory Lanez following testimony. Let's see. And shout out to people for providing this article. As you can see right here, here's a photo of Tory Lanez. You know what? It's something about Tory Lanez is, he's just cute in his own little way. But let me move on because I don't want no smoke with Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Megan Thee Stallion has granted a 5-year restraining order against Tory Lanez, according to court documents obtained by People. The rapper, 29, whose real name is Megan Pete, was granted a restraining order against 32-year-old Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, through January 9th, 2030. Judge Richard Bloom confirmed the order on Thursday, January the 9th, in the Superior Court of California in Los Angeles County after Megan had sustained burden of proof in a compelling case via Variety. According to a reporter, Nancy Dillon, the judge cited several uncontroverted facts, including conduct that culminated in Tory Lanez shooting approximately 5 rounds at petitioner that resulted in injuries to her. It says never miss. Okay, it says I feel like maybe he'll shoot me again, and maybe this time I won't make it. Megan is said in court, according to reporter Megan Kunev. The order is based on unlawful violence, a credible threat of violence, or stalking. The court docs state Megan had filed a restraining order against Lanez on December the 17th, requesting that the Los Angeles Superior Court judge prevent Lanez from allegedly harassing Megan from prison through third parties while he serves a 10-year sentence in jail. Despite being sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Miss Pete, Mr. Peterson continues to subject her to reported trauma and re-victimization, the court documents allege. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Some BS, man. It's some BS. He put out a song, and like in the song, he mentioned beef and had a knife and chopped some beef up. And I guess she's saying that it is her. It's like, girl, stop it. And I mean, she's doing videos talking about people hating on her, and they mad that they ain't getting the Punani no more and all that stuff. That could have been going towards him, talking about how she survived and this and that. Like, you doing the same thing. I just call BS. In the documentary, I did feel sorry for her when she got to the part about her mother, about how close her mother was, and how her mother passed away so quick, and she was drinking to try to cover it up and stuff like that. Like, I felt that part, but when it got down to where she said, I didn't have to tell nobody who I had sex with, but why did you? And then she admitted that she lied. It's like, no, you didn't have to. You should have just said, I don't want to answer that.
Or next question, next comment.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I think that Megan got some deeper issues going on.
Yes.
That she really need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that her being the celebrity is kind of like keeping her, she's allowing it to keep her from doing what she needs to do for herself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That whole thing, her, because her and the girl was best friends at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And and then some kind of way, if I'm not mistaken, I think both of them were sleeping with Tory.
She admitted that.
The girlfriend, huh?
She admitted that.
Yeah, because I didn't I still don't understand. Like I say, I'm still kind of lost with this, because she say, I just don't understand why it was such a secret. Like, why did he feel like he couldn't come out and say he didn't do it if he didn't do it? But then the whole case made me look at it kind of different too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm like, who telling the truth? Who's really telling the truth about the whole situation?
They both lied. She said that she said no one at one point when they first picked her up and took her to jail, she said no one shot her. And then she said she felt compelled to say something later on down the line because she didn't like how the best friend Kelsey and Tory was treating her.
Do you think Kelsey did it? I always thought Kelsey did it. Now I'm not sure.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, but they mentioned about cameras. How are you in those type of areas where Kylie Jenner is having a party? You in like the rich areas,
right.
There's no cameras. Nobody saw nothing. Not even another person was driving by. The whole thing is peculiar. But I do think
Kelsey paid him. Y'all think Kelsey paid him to take the rat?
That's been a theory. It was a theory that he paid Kelsey not to say anything, not to say who did. Like they both just stayed quiet, thinking that if they both stay quiet and you don't blame each other, it'd be like a mistrial or something. But it didn't work in that favor. That's what they were going for.
Okay.
But
did y'all see Oh, go ahead.
But I want to go back with what you mentioned. When someone has deep rooted issues, I think we've all experienced hurt, and we want
Yeah.
other people to feel our pain. And we're gonna do it at all costs to make you feel how I don't feel. I'm hurt, and I'm gonna make you hurt. She lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
She don't have a mother. She don't have a grandmother. I don't think she has a father. She,
Right.
she hasn't mentioned that. She don't have any kids. She doesn't even talk about when she was married to a party. But now they're not together anymore, and it was some words exchanged where he even did a rap saying that you guys don't know that she's messed up in the head. He said that she gained a lot of weight, lost a lot of weight. She drink a lot. She's very insecure. He said, I can't think of the name of the rap song right now. Maybe I'll post in the future, but he said that she's very insecure about herself.
Oh wow. Okay, so
Uh,
what were you saying, Miss Lisa?
no, I was agreeing with. I was saying to y'all that I can believe her being insecure, just like Beyonce. I believe she's insecure. A lot of these girls that's in the spotlight type, life, they do be insecure. Some people be looking at them thinking because they got it all, or you know, per
Yeah.
se, that they don't have nothing to be insecure about. But they be the main ones. They
I,
be the
I
main
would have a
ones.
hard time thinking Beyonce is insecure because everything she does, it blows up and everybody wants to be like her. And
But I'm
like
telling you,
her influence
she
is
may
so
never
heavy.
come out. You know what? She may never come out and say it, but I
Hmm.
guarantee you, she got some insecures. She
Oh yeah,
insecure
well,
about
we all got a
you
little
know,
insecurity.
right? But
Yeah,
some people got it.
like I was telling you earlier, Miss Lisa, the only difference is we are the same people. They just have more zeros than we have right now in our bank accounts. Can y'all agree?
Hmm.
Right,
We're the
right,
same people, deal with the same thing. They
right,
put one leg at a time when they get
Hmm.
dressed, just like us.
Yeah.
right.
Um, but what I would say to this is Tory Lanez has been very controversial. I don't know if y'all have seen him in the past, the way he had went and socked August Alsina because he
Oh.
didn't shake his hand. So
Hmm.
when we talk about Tory Lanez being aggressive and like this short man syndrome, that you know he's in defense all the time. I could see that he could have used like some therapy and resources to get the counseling, but his dad, when he had come out and blamed Rock Nation and JC, and
Hmm.
why would okay if that was the case, why would you keep you over here? You see the fire blazing and you going to put water in it. Why would you keep adding water? The blaze don't go up. Now he's okay. Now we don't know when it's time for him to come up. If he was to come up for parole sooner, this is going to stop him because he's been harassing somebody from prison. Like
I agree.
you haven't learned your lesson. You went down there. Take some classes. What you calling this woman for? Who gonna tell
Well, I also want to
Or
mention.
you think she lying?
them? Do I
What
think
y'all
who?
think? I said, is he really doing this, or is that something that she's just making up?
The judge granted it. I'm assuming that he saw some type of evidence. you know. Oh, I'm sorry.
I do want to mention that Megan is very much so protected by Rock Nation. We have not been able to see another rapper, especially a female rapper, that can get out of a contract the way she got out of a contract. I can't think of the
Oh
guy's
yeah,
name, but he was married to Evelyn Lozado. They have a son together.
yeah,
He
yeah.
gave her a chance, put money up on her when nobody else would. And after she did that song with Beyonce or whatever, I can't think of the name of it, Savage or something, right? And
Yeah, the Savage remix. Uh huh.
Rock Nation took over, got all the legal stuff together, Like they paid all her legal stuff to fight these people. They was not making no money. Megan probably did 2 other albums and songs with all Cardi B. What is it? WAP. All these songs are making all this money. She did not have to pay her manager and her producers and stuff. Nothing. We've never seen nothing like this before.
Well,
so mm-hmm.
Do you think that Megan is a plant, an industry plant?
It will be hard for me to say she's an industry plant because she does make good music. You know, I would say Ice Spice is an industry plant because it's just like, girl, what did you talk? You up there talking about farting? You ain't even a shit. You a fart or something?
You ain't even a fart.
What are you doing? I'm like, girl, like, go sit down. When has it been sexy to be out here saying you farting? I love me some sexy red, but my God, it's just getting ridiculous at this point. Talking about the booty hole, brown and pink, and you got a boo boo and coochie mama and hoochie daddy and Sukiyana out here slobbing on the knob. And it's so much going on. You know,
stank.
It's a lot.
Coochie stank on live.
Yeah. She was on a boat and was even saying she forgot to put on deodorant. She around rich people and she don't want them to smell her. And they got missing teeth. Like even, you know, the front missing teeth is cool. It's cool to have a front missing tooth. Like, my God, we used to be scared for the side tooth to show a little bit. But baby, you can have it right in the front. They don't care. They gonna put dentures out of business, honey. Because now you ain't got no teeth, you popular.
I never understood that from Krishan. Like, girl, why would you want your tooth out? Like, put the tooth in and leave it there, glue it up there. You know, I'm just not interested. So we are coming to the end of our show. We are going to read some comments, and we do have the call-in number available. Let's see. We do have the call-in number available. So I'm going to go from my phone because StreamYard does its own little thing. So let's acknowledge a few people. Charlie is in here. L Blue, Jessica B, Miss Wise, Eyes Open, Wani11, he is here. Aisha, we have, let's see, Just Coolin with the crew is here. We have, who else? And L Edwards and a few more other people. VS, do you want to go through the comments and maybe pick a question? I'll pick a question. And Miss Lisa, if you want to pick a question that we could answer.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see.
I see Jessica B has a statement that's really good that could be kind of built off of. Jessica B says, I believe he's on the verge of getting out, which is why she keep putting papers on him. I can agree with that because even though he was given 10 years, you know, they don't serve that full time, you know, half. Mm-hmm. And he's been in there, 2 years now, or it feel like 2 years, you know, if not more. And I agree that the closer it is time for him to go, if they have a hearing where they're saying that they're thinking about allowing him to leave, they're going to use these things against him. Well, nope, you can't get out because while you was in prison, you was still bothering this person. So no, we don't trust that you're going to do right, you know. So I do think Jessica B is onto something with that.
Okay. And then speaking of Jessica B, I saw this comment that she wrote earlier. She says Black women are too damn forgiving and Black people as a whole are too quick to apologize. Mm-hmm. I can resonate with that one. That one really stuck out to me.
I agree. Because sometimes it's better to go along to get along versus to keep doing the back and forth or pushing back. It's like, all right, whatever. Just, you know.
Yeah. Miss Lisa.
Yes.
Any comments you want to address in the chat?
I was looking at. I was trying to see. Oh yes, I'm from Baltimore. That's where that dog.
Well,
um,
if okay, so let me put you on the spot, Miss Lisa. You're in Baltimore. You're out there where Taseki is at. You're out there where Krishan Rock is at. Have you ever seen the mother? The last video I saw, the mother was at a McDonald's saying she's homeless. She hasn't eaten. Her kids don't take care of her. They're saying she's back on
uh-uh.
DRUGS. It's a lot of talented people out in Baltimore. Even Jocelyn
Yes, it is.
Cabaret. It's a young lady from Baltimore who won the 25K. Um, and she's from out there. So you guys have a lot of
Right.
talent. My boo,
Yes.
Javante Tank Davis, the boxer, he's from out there. I mean, y'all have a lot of
Right.
talent in Baltimore. I'm just scared to go
Yes.
out there, honey.
Yes, it
I'm,
is.
I'm
A
scared of
whole
y'all
lot of it.
squeegee boys.
Huh?
I'm scared of
You
y'all
say you
squeegee
scared out.
boys. Baby,
Look,
if
we
y'all know
scared
anything
of them
about squeegee
too.
boys, Google Baltimore squeegee boys. Ooh, child.
Yeah. That's something, ain't it? And it
Hmm.
used to be like that. They used to at one time they was able to be out there and they would respect people's cause and stuff. But then they just went crazy for some reason.
Queen Tussler,
They
do you
went
know what a
crazy.
squeegee boy is?
No, what is that?
Queen Tussler, let me tell you, child. When you go to Baltimore, at every red light, in the uppity parts, because that's where the money at. You have a bunch of, a lot of times it's boys and men, but they force themselves to clean your windshield, and if you don't pay them, they're gonna bust your windows out. And if you're nice enough to pay them so they could go on, they've been stealing people's phones. They'll instead of $2 in the cash app, on cash app you can see the full amount that the person got. They'll put
Right.
the whole amount to go to them, to take all the money out these people's account. And with cash app, there's nothing you can do about it. These are not just young
Oh,
boys; these are grown people. And one of the most recent things that happened in Baltimore with the squeegee boys is they bust out this man's window. He got out the car. And I think he get SHOT, or did he get beat up and died? I think he got pow. And but he was
you talking about
underage.
the one? You talking about the one where the wife? It was the man and his wife, and they ended up unaliving her. The
Yeah.
wife.
I thought it was the man, but I know somebody got unalive. I thought it was the husband.
Right.
But he was underage, and the mayor, he's backing the squeegee boys up. They're trying to give them a stipend just to not to stay off the corners. They're offering them jobs. They said, no, we don't want to work. We just want to squeegee. They've been beating people. It's bad. Girl, when you get a chance, just Google squeegee boys in Baltimore, and you probably gonna be watching for hours. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Well, Miss Lisa, stay strapped, okay?
Yeah.
On that note, yeah, let's let everybody know what our channels are. We'll start with Miss Lisa since you had come in at the tail end, but we really appreciate you and the time that you have to offer, and just being a sister. And it feels good to work with our Black sisters. And even if you're not Black and you want to work with us, reach out to either one of us. We'll get you on the next show. We'll start
Yes.
with Miss Lisa.
I'm Lisa's real spill. Um, hey, you can stop by if you want to. I'm not messy, but you can stop by.
But I like your energy. You have really good energy. I like that.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So that's Miss Lisa. All right. So we got BS Icon.
All right, guys.
Yes,
Well,
so
I have a lot of channels, but right now the channel I'm trying to build on is my boxing channel. It's called She Dick Energy Podcast. It's a play off of Big D Energy. And it's all things boxing. I like trying different stuff. I like researching things that I don't normally talk about. I've learned a lot. I'm meeting new people, and it's a slow channel build up on that channel, but I like it, and it's interesting. It's not the same old stuff. It's not wash, rinse, repeat, and so that's what I'm here for. And I just want to thank Queen Tussler for allowing me on the platform, for even asking me. I was quite surprised that you even asked me to come up here. And I just want to give you your flowers. Your commercial was good. How you came in, your speaking voice. I wish I could do what you're doing. I can't do it because I'm just country. But your speaking voice is amazing. I like the way you're handling this live. I like the way you have everything set up. You're allowing everybody to speak. We're giving different opinions. You look beautiful. You did ask me to try to get sex. This is the best I can do, child, because I'm going to bed after this. But I tried to give him a little titty top. That's all I can do, child. But I want to give you flowers because this was very professional. And if I'm finna go out my realm and just mention this, if you can give somebody a shot, who else might be good for this? Check out Jessica B. The way I feel this energy, even with me, you, and Lisa up here, is good energy. I like having an older soul around. I don't know. I like that the energy with her is good. Even though she came in just a little late, and that's fine. But she still brought something different. I like having different dynamics. But Jessica B is someone I can see might could bring something to this. And you rotating different people out, I just think it'd be a beautiful thing. I like how you got it set up. So thank you for inviting me. And I would definitely love to come back. I didn't think I would say that, but the energy is good. And I would love to come back, Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. Listen here. I see a lot in you. I see a lot in you as well, Miss Lisa. And my goal here is to have some fun. Let's get together. Let's talk about some topics. And let's just give the people what they need this year. And that's entertainment, that's commentary, and that's the other layer of who we are in our own special ways. Well, listen here. We have come to the end of our broadcast, but we want to thank all of you for tuning in for VS Icon's channel, from Miss Lisa's Real Spiel channel, and also the Royal Butterflies. We will see you on the next broadcast. So long.